Welcome back to this series where I will be placing bets on Premier League matches based off the results my simulator gives me. The CUM is a unique AI that can accurately predict Premier League results. Each week we'll look at how we did and compare against real life, as well as hunting for that elusive golden guess. Will this simulator make me a very rich man? Stay tuned and find out.
No.
We got one. I'm so proud. The CUM actually has credibility now. I was getting worried for a second there. But no, we did alright this week. I'm still waiting on the Leicester and West Ham game to finish. It's Monday morning and that's on this evening. So I'll append to this video once I find out what happens there. We didn't do so bad. It wasn't the best of weeks. Bear in mind we got one of them correct out of 9 so far. It actually isn't that great based off the fact that we had a couple of guesses where it was a draw between Burnley and Liverpool and a draw between Manchester City and Norwich. We're aware Liverpool-Burnley finished 2-0. So obviously the outcome of that game was guessed wrong. We got this one right. Aston Villa versus Newcastle with a beautiful overhead kick from Danny Ings. That's the first one the CUM has guessed correctly. Very happy with that. That brought back some major Wonga back to the bank, so can't complain. Next up we had Crystal Palace versus Brentford. Brentford winning 3-2. That didn't happen, did it? That was a 0-0 in real life. Next we had Leeds versus Everton. We had that as 1-0. In real life it finished at 2-2 draw. To be fair, a draw was probably more realistic, actually. They're both quite evenly matched teams. And we had Man City Norwich drawing 1-1. Yeah, that just wasn't going to happen in a million years, was it? It was 5-0 to Man City in real life. And we got the reverse guess here. Watford 2, Brighton 0, but it finished Brighton 2, Watford 0 in real life. This next one was really close. Manchester United to beat Southampton 2-1. It was 1-1 in the end, and United were really trying hard to get one past them towards the end, but Southampton did really well to hold on. But I'm fuming because that could have been one more win for the CUM. Wolves versus Tottenham. We had Tottenham to win 3-2. But we had, in real life, Tottenham winning 1-0. So we got the outcome correct, just not as many goals as we expected. We had 1-1 for Arsenal and Chelsea. Arsenal are struggling to score anything this season, so it was 2-0 to Chelsea in real life. Okay, so I just finished watching the West Ham-Leicester game, and that was unexpected. Another one that we didn't get right this week. That was 4-1 to West Ham. Incredible game, honestly. But I did not expect Leicester to lose that. West Ham are absolutely smashing it. Let's take a look at the table. We did terrible this week. I mean, although we got one right, the rest of it was just not accurate at all. We only got 2 correct outcomes, and that was the Aston Villa game and the Tottenham game. Only accuracy of 16.67%. At least we got 1 correct table position, and we only lost £1. That's a quarter of a pint at Wetherspoons. Just gotta take it on the chin and hope for better next week. Right, so are we ready to simulate Match Week 3? I am aware it says Match Week 3 results here, just ignore that, that's just poor coding. We got these matches coming up, a lot of big matches this week actually, so let's find out. 3, 2, 1... Okay, another loss for Arsenal. We got 3-2 to Man City, very good. As you'd expect, really. I don't think Arsenal are going to win this one either. To be fair, they've had a bit of a mare of a start of a season, haven't they? We got Aston Villa beating Brentford 3-0. I'd like Brentford to win this game in real life, but probably going to go this way, isn't it? 3-0 is actually not a bad guess. Brighton Everton 0-0? Yeah, I mean, Brighton played really well the other day, so 0-0 draw with Everton is actually quite probably expected. Well, you got another 0-0 draw here, actually. Newcastle versus Southampton. I'd probably expect Southampton to win this, actually, to be fair. I'm not expecting Newcastle to surprise much this season. We got Leicester beating Norwich away 2-0. I could probably see that happening, yeah, that works for me. West Ham beating Crystal Palace 2-0. Again, I could probably expect this to happen as well, so that's not a bad guess either. Liverpool beating Chelsea 2-1. Now that is going to be a big game, isn't it? I'm not entirely sure if it's going to go this way. I'd probably expect a draw, really, but if anything, I think Chelsea might have the edge. Leeds beating Burnley away 2-0. A lot of 2-0s in this guess as well, actually. I could probably see that happening. Leeds versus Burnley. Leeds are probably the better team at the moment, despite being slaughtered by United in Match Week 1. Tottenham beating Watford 2-1. Yeah, I mean, I'm not expecting Watford to put one past Tottenham, really. But it's going to be an interesting game for sure. In fact, the outcomes in a lot of these guesses are probably going to be pretty accurate in my opinion. The final guess we had was Manchester United versus Wolverhampton Wanderers winning 1-0 away. And again, probably one that could happen, the outcome of which could definitely happen. I'm very happy with these guesses at the moment. I think that's actually going to be a fairly accurate match week, but you know, it could go any way in real life, so we'll find out. Take a quick look at the table, shall we? In our universe, we've got Leicester, Man United and Tottenham all on top with 9 points, with Leicester topping it off. Aston Villa and Liverpool on 7 points. West Ham United and Leeds on 6. Watford, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea on 4. Brentford on 3, Southampton, Everton, Burnley, Brighton on 2, Norwich and Newcastle on 1, and then bottoming off the table with 0 points is Crystal Palace and Wolverhampton Wanderers. So let's look at some of the odds we've got for this. We've got 23 to 1 on Manchester City winning 3-2. Simply higher because of the amount of goals, I suppose, but I'd probably expect City to win that, yeah. 17 to 1 on Aston Villa winning. Okay, 3-0, easy. Aston Villa have only let me down 50% of the time, so this one's definitely going to come through. 8.5 to 1 on Brighton drawing 0-0 with Everton. See, that's quite expected by the bookies, so, you know, another guarantee. 12 to 1 on Newcastle, Southampton 0-0, probably because they expect Southampton to win that game. Leicester 2-0 to Norwich. Yeah, it's lower. It's a fairly low odds, probably because it's definitely going to happen, yeah. Only 7.5 to 1 on West Ham winning 2-0. Another one you'd probably expect could go that way. Liverpool 2-1, 9 to 1, okay, fine. Leeds 2-0 at 12 to 1. Tottenham 2-1 at 8 to 1. And Manchester United 1-0 at 7 to 1. See, there's a lot of low odds going along here, isn't there? So, expecting maybe all 10 to come through, actually. I'd be quite happy with that. At the end of that, we'd get £112.50 if all of those come through. That'd be very nice. Okay, I've got the golden guess accumulator ready. As you can see, only 886 to 1 this week. Last week it was 118,000, so that just goes to show there's a lot of probably expected outcomes this week. Hopefully, you know, this is the week we get that golden guess. So obviously we only get £886 back from that. That's fine by me. I can get myself a nice pair of Primark trainers for that. Good stuff. I'm going to leave you the table to have a quick gander at. I'm quite happy with this week. I'm expecting maybe a couple of these will come through, hopefully anyway, because there's a few realistic outcomes I'm expecting. We'd probably get more correct outcomes than we would correct scores, but we'll find out. I'm excited. Thanks all very much for watching. Let me know your predictions for the Manchester City-Arsenal match, and I'll see you next time. It won't be next week, because there's no match week next week. Goodbye!